case, I started being friends with people that taught me it was okay not to be okay, and people that were vulnerable around me, not people that will always show you like, yo, I don't have meltdowns, I'm always an okay person.
Love the way you love me on purpose. Something in your eyes say I deserve this. I'm so used to settling for surface, but you love me like I'm somebody that's worth it. There's nothing
Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and feel at home. If you are a returning subscriber, you know what to say. Karibu tena na tena. My name is Reina, and on today's video I'll be doing get to know me. So I asked people to ask me questions through my Instagram, and I got the questions written down on my diary, so I couldn't refer direct from my phone since I'm using my phone for filming. So if you see me look up and down, it's because I'm referring my questions from here. So let's hop right into it. The first question is, what is my real name? My ID name is Caroline Mwende Mutua. Yeah, and in regards to that, someone asked what tribe I am. I am a Kamba from Machakos County. Yeah, and the other question is, how old am I? I'm not in my early 20s, I'm not in my late 20s, so I'm just in between. Yeah, I don't want to say an exact age because I don't want people thinking I'm too old to be doing this, or I'm too young to have only achieved this. I don't know. I don't want those kind of controversies, so I'll just give you a range. So yeah, the next question is my status. I'm assuming that is in terms of relationship. So yeah, I'm not single. I'm dating. So yeah, that's it.
Oh my god! Wow!
I also asked why I named my channel as Rain as well. Well, that Rena is basically just a nickname I used in high school, and I really loved it. So how this name came about, I was nicknamed that by my best friend back in high school. Her name was Sue, and when we were going for funkies in my high school, it was super strict, so we were not supposed to talk to guys and whatnot. So me and
Okay.
Sue and I Sue and I decided to come up with names that we would use, that only the both of us could understand each other, and if they send notes to our school, it wasn't something official. You know how girls lie about names when they go for this funky, so that was the case. So Sue was to get me a name, and I was to get her name. So I named her Brittany, and she told me, because Brittany is something, it's a name I've always loved, but she named me Rena because one of my aunties, my favorite auntie, calls me Carolina. So for Sue, she wouldn't, because she's a Kikuyu, she had a hard time pronouncing Carolina. She used to call me Carolina, you know. So she was like, we just call you Rena, you know, like it's an easy name, it sounds cute, it's unique. So I really loved it, honestly. So when I opened my Instagram account, I was like, why not? A memory of her, because we lost contact after high school. Yeah, so that's how I came about Rena, because I feel it's unique. Yeah, and I love it. The other question is, what's your take on marriage? Honestly, I'm a strong believer of marriage works. You just have to be like intentional about it. Yeah, and also communication. I know these are things that people keep on saying, and yeah, I just feel like just date your person, date someone you can do life with, because I feel like people most of the people rush into these things just because of age restrictions. I mean, if you're a girl and you're in your 25s, you start feeling the pressure of getting married and whatnot. Bro, if you haven't met your person yet, don't rush just to please the society. It's gonna be you and this person for eternity. So take your time, meet your person, learn them, and weigh if you can really coexist with this person. Because imagine waking up to the same face for eternity. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's not like dating, but yeah, definitely marriage works. And what is your biggest fear about marriage? I'd say is the fear of not being enough. Imagine, when you're dating someone, it's easier because it's just you and them. But now marriage is totally something else because there will be kids involved, there are in-laws, from both sides, and just not being enough to handle that, it can be overwhelming actually. Because you have to care for ladies case, you have to care for your man, your in-laws, your kids. You also have your social life, you also have your mental health. I feel like that is my biggest fear of not being enough, honestly. Yeah. So someone asked if I'm an introvert or an extrovert. I'm a big time introvert. If you know me, you know that. Big time. So do you have a best friend? Yes, I do have. Of course I have a best friend. But I feel like for introverts it's kinda hard. Especially, let me just speak for myself. I'm the kind of person that doesn't make friends so easily. So my man ends up being my best friend. But I thank God that being at work, I've gotten to meet people and I've made friends and friendship that turn to sisterhood. So I'm super grateful for that. You know. So yeah, I definitely have a best friend. I'll bring her to my channel someday, very soon. So the other question is, have you been betrayed by your best friend? I feel like these are things you can't control. Honestly, yes, I have been betrayed, and maybe at some point I've also betrayed them because I feel like people tend to act as victim. I feel like I've also betrayed an ex best friend before, but that is always a possibility in friendships and even relationships. We are all humans, and sometimes these betrayals don't come, as in, then it's not something we can foresee. So if you find yourself in that space but you feel like it's something you can work on and improve on, well and good. But if it's toxic, run, bro. The next question is if I'm a believer. Well, yeah, I'm a lover of Christ. I might not be religious, but I definitely love God. I was also a question that if I go to church. Absolutely, I do go to church. I'm a Catholic and I don't miss masses, except for last Sunday, of course. I had my own reasons too. The other question is, what was your scariest moment last year? Well, my scariest moment last year, it's kind of personal, but I'll just give a brief. So I have this very special friend of mine who lost his fiancée. We had been talking, texting, that is, but when this particular thing happened, I didn't know how to approach it. Yeah, I didn't know how to go around it because like loss kind of messes you up, and this person at this point they're usually very very vulnerable. So you have to be careful how you handle them, how you approach them. So just meeting them, it was very scary because I didn't know. Honestly, I was so clueless. I was clueless on how to go about it. So that was scary because I didn't want to say the wrong things. I didn't want to hurt their feelings. I didn't want to be the reason that they wouldn't be okay. So yeah, that was scary. When the dust settles, I might be come back with that story. So the next question is, you said you're 4'11". Does that lower your esteem? Yeah, my height is 4'11", of course, and yeah, it used to lower my esteem a lot. I feel like growing up, I always found myself in crowds where I was the shortest. So most of the people I was hanging out with would be like, you're too short. But I feel like they didn't mean it in a bad way, but of course it hurt my feelings. So yeah, it kind of lowered my esteem, and it might be one of the reasons why I turned out to be this big introvert. But for now, those compliments don't get to me, because yo bro, I can't change that. This is who I am. If you're not okay with it, well, walk away, bro. So yeah, I also used to have issues with my skin. I used to have lots of acne, so that kind of lowered my esteem. Actually, for the longest, up until I was in college, that's where I learned about skincare routines and whatnot. And yeah, so far so good. The next question is I met you in high school and you were always very kind. Oh, thank you. How is your health? I used to feel bad when you were always sick back in high school, and did that affect your grades? So yeah, if we've been in the same high school, you know, I never stayed in school for like a whole week without having to go back home sick. And yeah, it did affect my grades. That is story for another day, but I don't regret shit, because I actually outdid myself, honestly. And I feel like sometimes you go through things in life so that you can be who you are. So what if I scored a very nice grade? Of course I got good grades, but I would have done better, you know. So yeah, I feel like also everything happens for a reason, because I'm where I am at, and I am who I am because of what I went through. So yeah, thank you for your concern, bro. That is so sweet of you. Someone else asked how is my mental health. Well, if you've been around me, you know I've battled mental health, and I'm very big on mental health. I don't joke around with my mental health. So yeah, right now I'm very okay, because I've learned to surround myself with people that bring out the best version of myself. If I see something is gonna cost me my peace, or it's gonna stress me out in ways that it's gonna mess me up upstairs, I'll rather run, honestly. I mean, when you surround yourself with the right crowds, your mental health kind of improves, you know, because these people are bringing out the best of you. And also feel like for my case, I started being in crowds with I started being friends with people that taught me it was okay not to be okay, and people that were vulnerable around me. Not people that will always show you like, yo, I don't have meltdowns, I'm always an okay person, you know. That kind of puts you in a corner where you don't wanna seem weak around your people, but if they're vulnerable around you, it also shows you, it kind of encourages you that it's okay to break down in front of us. It's okay to call me 3 a.m. and tell me that you're not okay. So yeah, I found myself in that crowd of people, and you know yourself. Thank you so much. I know I'm not the easiest person to be around with, but a big thank you. Yeah, and don't joke with your mental health. That should always come first. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So the next question is your biggest lesson about life so far. You guys, one of the biggest lessons that I've learned so far is be kind. It costs you nothing to be kind to people, you know. Just be kind, man. And also, I've learned to give people flowers while they're still around. I've been through losses, a couple of them, and last year I didn't lose someone directly, but I've been around someone who lost someone very dear to them, and that's just kind of opened my eyes in so many ways. Like, if you love someone, tell them you love them when they're around. Don't wait till they're gone, and that's where you start posting their photos, telling them how much you miss them, how much you love them. Of course, I'm not attacking those people that do that, but make sure, in as much as you celebrate their end day, also make sure that when they were around, you made sure that they knew that you made sure that you gave your best, you know. And also learn to forgive, man. I know some people do ask that out there, but just forgive. And you can, as in, if it's a toxic encounter, you can just forgive them and move on, you know. That is still forgiveness. Just forgive and go. That's it. So my biggest lesson is be kind, give people flowers when they're around, and also forgive. Definitely. The next question is How are you always smiling? Oh my god. This person must know me so well. Yeah, I'm always smiling, but I feel like right now I smile because it's a genuine smile. But back in the day, some years back, I used to smile as a way of hiding pain. Yeah, story for another day as well. But yeah, right now I'm grateful to God. He's been doing marvelous stuff in my life, and my smile is genuine, and I smile a lot. Yeah. So back then it used to be a way of hiding pain. Right now, genuine vibes. I promise you. So, who's your biggest support system? My family, of course. My family is my biggest support system, and my person, my man, absolutely, and also my best friend as well. Yeah. Do you work with brands or do collaborations? Hey, you guys. So yeah, the first time I did a collaboration was when I worked with my loctician. You can follow him, by the way. It's called Atisham25. I'll run his page on the screen. So yeah, this was the first time, and when he approached me, I was like, okay, so someone can actually see a potential in me. And I was like, yeah, we're gonna mentor you, and you'll have to do this for us. So this was like a breakthrough for me. But again, I thought that it's the brands that come to you. Of course, there is that percentage, there is that possibility of a brand approaching you. But now being on YouTube, I came to learn so many things. That is, sometimes you'll have to learn how to send proposals to them, to the brand, so that they can recognize you, because if as a small influencer, you'll have to approach them. It's not easy to be recognized. I was following the story of Linda Mary on YouTube, and she was explaining about how she started becoming an influencer, and I was like, bro, this person has 2k followers on Instagram, and they have over 20k, and I am not working with any brands, like big brands, because she was saying how she worked with Jumia. She's now a wig influencer. So yeah, I learned that you'll have to learn to approach them. So this year I'm making it, it's a prayer, it's a manifestation that I'm gonna work with brands for sure. I've started sending brands proposal, and I'm getting some positive. I mean, it doesn't have to start with pay, as long as you're getting something out of it, be it gift. It's also a way of growing your brand, because if you influence with this company, in the future, when another person approaches you, they're able to see. As long as you're benefiting from it, well, good, just grow from that, establish a nice social media kit, if that's what you use to approach the brand, so that they can see some of the pieces that you've worked on. If you want to see more details on this, please comment. So the other question is, how do you stay organized? Hey, I'm a very organized person. If you've met me, if you've interacted with me, for sure. So I've read somewhere that if you have scattered thoughts or an organized thought, you tend to overcompensate on the external environment. So I feel like I'm one of those people that my thoughts are everywhere. So I'll plan about everything. Even as I shoot this video, I had to sit down and plan on how to go about it. So I feel like that is very true. If your thoughts are all over the place, you try to overcompensate on the external environment, while the people that don't plan, they have everything planned out in their head. So yeah, that's what I'd say. I also don't. I've seen also it's a firstborn syndrome stuff. So I'm not sure about that. Are you getting another tattoo? Definitely not. I won't be getting any other tattoo anytime soon, because yeah, this tattoo of mine has some deeper meaning. I got this tattoo in 2018. Things were not going so well with me, and it was just me and my music. So I needed something that needed to remind me of that. Yeah, no matter how bad it gets, music is always gonna be there. I don't know if it's cliche or something, but yeah, I'm not getting any tattoos. So the next question is, what are you most passionate about? If you asked me this a couple of years ago, I'd say career-wise, career and just getting the bag. But of course, that is still part of it. But what I'm most passionate about, as for now, is just taking care of myself, my peace, and the people that genuinely make me happy, and I'm being 100% honest. So if you've been around me and you bring positivity in my life, I'm gonna fight you till the end of times for sure. Yeah. Somebody asked me, how are you really? Are you really okay? Yeah, I'm very, very okay. Thank you. Someone also asked me, um, does marriage really works for career people? I mean, why not? You just have to find your balance and also make sure the person that you're dating really understands. Because I feel like some of the time we ignore this kind of red flags when we're dating these people, and then when you're deep into marriage, that's when you're like, why didn't I say this? Same for friendship. Like, I have my best friend right now used to have a best friend, and she was telling me a story on how they betrayed, as in she was betrayed by this friend whom she went lengths for her. She got her gifts, like she did so much, but now she came to realize that she didn't know shit about this person. So I was like, when she was giving me this story, I was like, bro, how did you not say that was a red flag? I don't know if I can convince her to come and tell us the story, but yeah, I feel like sometimes we tend to ignore these red flags because you want to think the best of these people. Just because you're a nice person, you are assuming that this person is also a good person, but the world is cruel out here. So if you get a real person that genuinely loves you, that genuinely want a friendship or a relationship with you, please don't let them go. That shit is rare. So we've come to an end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching up to this far. Please, please, please consider giving me a like, share my content as well, and let's meet here in the next video. Adios, guys.